and all the esteemed members on the dais, Dr. Puri, who is the chief guest for this function, and the Vice Chancellor of King George's Medical University, Professor Alok Dhawan, who is currently the Director of CBMR Lucknow, Professor Manish Gaur, who is the Pro-VC of the Abdul Kalam Technical University, and Dr. Amit Sharma, the Associate Dean, all the faculty members in the audience, and all the staff of this institute, and all the invited students and participants. A very good morning to all of you, and at the outset, I would like to thank the organizers, who I believe are the Innovation Hub teams of AKTU, KGMU, CBMR, UPI and ICA, for giving me this opportunity to participate in this very important symposium on emerging technologies in healthcare. Technologies are advancing, are emerging, and what better application than in healthcare? The stark example, as already highlighted by Dr. Alok Dhawan, is COVID. If we did not have technology in COVID, it would have been a catastrophe for the world, not just for India but for the world. It was because we had a digital platform that we could do many things in COVID, with a central command station, which very beautifully showed in the state and in the country where COVID beds are available. We had the facility of telemedicine. Otherwise, how would have patients reached us for doing a teleconsultation? So this teaches us that technology is very important in healthcare. You know, it is transforming from a digital platform to many emerging technologies, which will be discussed today. And I'm so happy that the symposium, which is in the forefront of medicine and healthcare, has been organized today. And it is also important to realize that ultimately all the barriers, watershed compartments around healthcare have been brought down, because for technologies to be applicable in healthcare, you need an amalgamation of bioengineering expertise, of people who are entrepreneurs, of industry, and of course, of the medical profession people. So everyone has to get together, and then will some technology not just emerge, but will also be applicable in healthcare. We know several of them have come to the forefront already, like artificial intelligence. There's going to be a dedicated talk for it today. You know, virtual reality, augmented reality, 3D printing, 3D bioprinting. All of them will be touched upon in the subsequent talks. So there's no point in going over them. But all these have actually revolutionized the healthcare. So all institutes, medical institutes, have to move in this direction, because this is the future of healthcare. We at the, just highlighting that we at the Ram Manohar Lohiya Institute of Medical Sciences have begun by starting an incubation cell where ideas will be clinically converted, where clinical needs will be converted into technologies. And we just don't call it an incubation cell, we call it an ETSA, which is an academic incubation cell, where there will also be teaching and training, especially to the medical students. That's why it's very heartening to see that there is a good chunk of medical students in the audience today. We've also signed an MOU. I would like to use this platform to invite students from AKTU, which has been done in the past in the hackathon which was conducted by the institute, where students, especially the engineering students, were invited from different institutes of the state, including the Abdul Kalam Technical University, and different clinical problems were floated to them, and they were asked to come back with solutions, and the solutions were then converted into technologies and the best awards given. So this is a forum where we would like to encourage the engineering students and the biotechnology students from this institute to come forward and participate in the hackathons. Similarly, since we have broad specialities and super specialities in the institute, so the neurosurgery department has come forward for developing what is known as virtual and augmented reality, which is a very beautiful concept, because on a virtual platform you develop you see the whole surgical procedure. And of course, artificial intelligence for large data which is accumulated and needs to be interpreted. So we've signed an MOU with IIT Kanpur in September this year, especially for artificial intelligence. At the end, I would also like to say that technology will emerge, technology will advance. We people who are clinicians, who have to go forward adopting and exploring these technologies in healthcare. Because I feel this is the future for tomorrow for healthcare. But at the same time, the human touch with the patient cannot be lost. Medicine, as we all know, is both a science and an art. The science of medicine is evidence-based. The art of medicine is something which is intangible. It's the way you conduct and the way you deal with patients. So technology will never be replaced, that ultimate touch and the mental comfort that we give to patients and their families.